back. In today's video, I have prepared 3 healthy, easy, and quick breakfast meals for you guys. These are the meals that I tend to gravitate towards on a day-to-day basis, and I'm excited to share them with you because they're a little bit different than what you might be used to. And I've also included the calorie intake for each meal, just in case you might be curious. But other than that, that's all I have to say right now. So let's get started. First meal is the Colombian style eggs. If you don't know, I am half Colombian and half Peruvian. My mom is from Colombia and my dad is from Peru. And I literally grew up with eating these Colombian styled eggs. In Colombia, they call it huevos pericos, but I'm just gonna stick with calling it Colombian scrambled eggs, Colombian styled eggs, whatever. All you're gonna need are 2 eggs, Roma tomato, and I have half an onion already in a bag, but I don't think I'm gonna be using the whole thing. Oops, I'll probably use half. Oh, last thing that you're gonna need is some seasoning. So I actually use this adobo seasoning, which has salt, cumin, I don't know how to say it, granulated garlic, black pepper, oregano, and turmeric. If you have any of those seasonings, I would just add them. That's all you're gonna need. If you want to spice it up a little bit, you can use half an avocado or a piece of toast or a tortilla, whatever you want. Very simple. You don't need a lot. Okay, I'm gonna get started on cutting the tomato. So this is kind of how you want to cut the tomatoes, pretty small and into little tiny squares like that. And now I'm gonna go ahead and cut the onions. This is how you kind of want to cut your onions, also very tiny and into little squares. And now I'm gonna go ahead and make a little bit of a sauce with these 2, and I'll show you how I do that. Now I just got a pan and I put the heat on medium-high. I'm adding a little bit of oil. I just use this 100% avocado pure oil, and I just use the spray and spray it around the pan. I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of garlic. I use this minced garlic. I'm adding about this much onto the spoon. Trick here is to not let the garlic burn because that ruins everything. I guess I didn't add this into my ingredients, but you will need olive oil and garlic. I'm getting a spoon. And I'm just making sure that the garlic is well mixed with the oil. As soon as I hear a sizzle, I'm going to add the onion. Okay, I'm hearing a sizzle, so I'm gonna go ahead and add the onions right away. And just mix this up and make sure that all of the onions are coated with the garlic and the oil. And at this point, I'm gonna lower the heat just a little bit and let the onions cook until they're soft and golden. So it got really loud with all the sizzling happening, so I decided I'm gonna do a voiceover. Make sure that you're constantly stirring the onions because if you're not, they will burn very easily. Once you achieve that really nice golden and crisp onion, you're ready to add in the tomatoes. And after adding in the tomatoes, you really just have to stir for just a few more seconds and it's time for the eggs. The egg preparation is very straightforward. All I did was grab a bowl, put my 2 eggs in there, and then this was a little bit different. I usually do a splash of water, maybe like 2 tablespoons worth of water into my eggs. This allows the eggs to be a little bit more fluffy, which is the way I like my scrambled eggs to be. I just whisk that together, and in my eggs is where I add that adobo seasoning that I was talking about. But if you don't have any salt and pepper or really any kind of seasoning that you usually add into your eggs is fine. Once that's done, I just go ahead and pour that into the sauce and continue mixing until you get that perfect scrambled egg texture. All right, so the eggs are done. They're all nice and golden and brown with the onion and tomato. And then I cut half an avocado and I'm gonna eat them together. But yeah, this is the Colombian styled eggs that I was talking about, and they are delicious. So if you guys try this out, let me know if you guys like it. So on today's menu is a bagel breakfast sandwich, and here are the simple ingredients that I use. Okay, so we have bagels, And to make this a little healthier, you can use maybe whole wheat bagels or something with lower carbs. And then I have some cheese, and this is what I'll be using. In addition, I also got some cream cheese. I always just put it in a container because I feel like it lasts longer, and I don't like to buy the pre-contained cream cheese because I feel like it's not as thick. So I buy like the packet kind, I guess, whatever. And then of course an egg. So that's what makes it breakfasty. So I'm going to start with putting the bagel into the toaster and frying the egg. Oh no! There's a little tiny eggshell. Oh my god, I can't get it out. Alright, that sound was the bagels being ready, so I'm going to go ahead and put that onto a plate. Okay, so now I'm weird, but I like to let my bagel cool down before I put the cream cheese, because if I don't, cream cheese will melt, and I just don't like the melting. Okay, I literally just popped it in the freezer for like, I don't know, a minute or 2 minutes because I was impatient, and I think that's enough for it to go ahead and cool down a little. Like I said, I feel like the cream cheese, when it comes like in a bar, is just so much thicker than the Philadelphia cream cheese that's like in a container. I don't know. Thoughts? Because I feel like right now I'm the only one who thinks that. So we have both of our bagels with cream cheese on them. Now I'm going to pop the egg on top. I'm going to add a little bit of shredded cheese on top of the egg, a slice of ham, and then I forgot to mention spinach, but I'm adding that to the bagel as well. Boom. Oh, did you see that? Look at that. You know what? I'm gonna replate this. I'm gonna make it look a little prettier. All right, now I'm gonna go ahead and take a bite. And I already know it tastes delicious because I've had this many times before. So just take my word for it, and it's so easy to make. By the way, I paired it with some orange juice, and I have already taken a few bites, and look at it. Tell me that doesn't look delicious. I am back with the third and final meal of today's video, which is my ultimate favorite, oatmeal. I literally have this almost every day. If I'm not eating the other two options, I'm eating this. And wow, okay, I'm obsessed with oats, and you know that because I have picked up this gigantic box from Costco of old-fashioned Quaker oats. It has 2 5-pound bags in it, but basically what I do is I used to buy these rolled overnight oats, and I would go through these like rapid fire, so I figured I might as well pick up something a little bit bigger, and I refill this container. I add about half a cup of oats into my bowl, and then I go ahead and add some of these chia seeds that are also from Costco, and I add about 2 tablespoons worth. So I sprinkle in about that much. Okay, and lastly I use this unsweet almond milk, and I just coat the top of my oats with it. That's really all. If you feel like kind of mixing it, you definitely can. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Once that's done, you put that in the refrigerator overnight. The next morning, they're definitely a lot more fluffier and thicker, and they look like oats and not like watered down this stuff, you know? So putting that into the fridge. Okay, goodbye. So that's the preparation part of the oatmeal, and if you haven't noticed, it is light outside. It is 2 o'clock right now. I'm just using the lighting, honestly. That's why I'm filming this early, but I usually do this right before bed, and then in the morning I wake up and my oats are ready to eat. So I will show you guys what that looks like. So I'm gonna add some strawberries here, and I'm gonna make this look the prettiest I've ever made it look. I add a lot of fruit, okay? And then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and add some raspberries and blackberries, and then also half a banana, because whole bananas a lot. Hopefully this looks appetizing to you. Sometimes oatmeal, I don't know, some people like don't like it, but I just feel like it's just something that's so easy and so healthy. So my milk is actually unsweetened, and so in order to make this a little sweeter, I add some honey. This is the honey I use, but honestly, any honey is fine. I just picked this up from Costco. It's huge, but since I use this every day, basically, just thought it'd be better to buy a really big one. And look at that. And that wraps up my easy, healthy, and quick breakfast meals. And you best believe that I'm filming a lunch and a dinner version of this kind of video. So if you're interested in that, please subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I hope you guys are having a great day or a great night, whatever time you're watching this. And I really appreciate you guys going through the entire video and making it to the end. It means so much to me. And yeah, ciao.